Hi, I'm Alex Quinn and welcome to Stark's Fitness on Demand. So today I'm going to show you how to get your first handstand in 15 minutes. All you need is a bit of space, bit of floor space, bit of wall space. Let's get into it. There's 4 areas we're going to work on today. So we've got wrist prep, some activation drills to get your body ready for the handstands. We've got handstand kick-ups, a couple of variations of that, and then the all-important wall drills that are going to help you really reinforce the alignment needed and build the strength that's needed. So first off, let's start off with the wrist prep. So this is key, especially if you haven't done anything handstand related before. You need to increase the frequency of your wrist prep. Okay, I do it every time before I start handstands. It's a good way to build flexibility and strength through the wrists. Okay, so straight arm version first. Try and always spread your fingers. They're in the same sort of positions they would be when you're in a handstand. So fingers spreaded, gripping the floor, and then just sit back. Again, don't just choose one angle. Don't go forwards and backwards. Try and go to the side a little bit as well, just to cover all the bases. Next one, we've got a bent arm flexion stretch. So it's the same thing, but you're going to push your elbows backwards and drop your head down. Okay, this will feel basically impossible unless you get your weight forward enough. So have your knees forward like I've got them, otherwise you won't be able to bend the elbows. Again, a few reps there, pushing up and down to stretch through the flexors. Next one we're going to do is an extensor stretch, and now the back of the wrists. So you put your knuckles together. First option with this one, okay, is fingers straight, pushing up and down. If you can do that whilst keeping the knuckles together, then you're going to go for a bent finger position. This one's a little bit tighter, a little bit harder. Again, let's do about 5 reps of that. If your fingers start to straighten, don't worry about it, just straighten them up. That's fine. When we get to that 5th rep, I just want you to shift side to side and externally rotate through the arms. So imagine turning your biceps forward and just shift side to side to increase the stretch through those extensors. So you feel it more on the back of the fingers, back of the wrist. Next one, an important one, we've got the finger flexion, press and stretch. So it's going to strengthen the forearm muscles that are going to help you balance in a handstand, and it's going to stretch them and stretch the fingers at the same time. So here we want handstandy hands. So that's basically this position, about shoulder width, index fingers facing forward, and then you're going to press up, again using those muscles in the forearms rather than just lifting the palms up off the floor. Make sure you keep your fingers down and just think pressing up and squeezing through those muscles. You can overload this and really use it as a nice sort of strength exercise by having your weight back, pressing up, then shifting forward, then trying to lower those palms down at the same time. Okay, so press, shift forward, and then lower down. It's a really good one to overload the lowering phase, which you're always going to be stronger in anyway. Okay, last one, we're going to do a thumb stretch. Again, because you go in all sorts of angles when you're doing handstands or cartwheeling out of handstands. So you're going to go thumb placed across the body. Get your arm in line with your thumb. And you're essentially trying to decrease the angle between your thumb and your wrist. Okay, so drop in, push the base of the thumb into the floor as well. You'll get a nice neural stretch all the way up through your shoulder, your biceps and your shoulder as well. So just turn and twist into that. Do the same on the other side. So again, push the base of the thumb into the floor, drop your shoulder in, you'll get a stretch through the thumb and then all the way up through your bicep and your shoulder. Good stuff. Okay, next one we're going to do is just a little opener for the shoulders. Okay, so you'll hear me go on about shoulder opening or shoulder flexion. Opening is more of a gymnastic term, flexion more of like an anatomy, a PT term. So we're going to go on our knees, on our fingertips, brace the abs, and then just drop down through. So drop your chest down and your head down towards the floor. You don't want to arch the back, you want to compensate through there, so keep your pelvis tucked under, abs braced. Just push your chest down to the floor, because that's going to stretch your shoulders in this direction. And again, like I say, to get a nice straight handstand, we need to be able to pull the abs in and open up those shoulders to get away from those banana style handstands. Okay, so let's just do that once more. Fingertips means we can go a bit higher and then drop down into it, pelvis tucked under, drop down and stretch through those shoulders. Hold that for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest there. Good stuff. So that's more of like the stretch and mobility work that we're going to cover. Now we're going to look at a couple of, so we're 5 minutes in. Next phase, we're going to look at a couple of activation drills. So we're going to do one for the core, again, thinking about connecting the upper and lower body together, and then one for the shoulders, which has also got the element of control through the fingers. So we'll start with the shoulders. We're going to do some gorilla walks. So you're going to drop down, think pushing up through the shoulders, biceps about in line with the ears. Shift your weight forward, grip with the fingers, and then hop. I want you to do 5 reps going forward. That's 1, and number 2, grip and hop. That's 3. Stay pushed up through the shoulders. That's 4. 1 more. And 5. Good stuff. Now go back to the start. Don't worry if you can't get your hands too close to your feet. If you're a bit tight through your posterior chain or through your hamstrings, it's absolutely fine to have your hands over here, but the key factor is we want to shift the weight forward. I'm shifting my shoulders forward to get the weight into my fingers, then hopping, then stepping, okay? So we're building that straight arm strength through the shoulders. We want elevation, but we're also getting our sort of mind muscle connection activated, ready for the handstands by thinking about gripping the fingers, okay? Let's do 5 more. So again, down, elevation through the shoulders. So think of your elevation and opening the shoulders. Think of your biceps near your ears rather than here. Okay, so biceps by the ears. Push up, grip, and then hop. That's 1. Doing our second set of 5, grip and hop. That's 2. Stay pushed up through those shoulders. That's 3. 2 more. 4. Good, last 1. And 5. So it's a great one, like I say, to practice the control through the fingers and keeping that elevation up through the shoulders. Next one, we've got our short to long dish. So you're going to go into this position, starting short dish. Here, lower back pushed into the floor, extend into long dish without your head position or your ab length changing. You can do 1 set of 10. So that's 2. Good, 3. So this is getting that connection. 4. Between the upper and lower body. 5. Which is what we want. 6, to give a nice straight handstand. 7, let's do 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. Good. So anything that reinforces that nice hollow body position is key for creating a real nice straight handstand. Okay, now we're going to get in. So we're going to start off with some kick-ups. We're going to do about 3 or 4 minutes of that and then finish off with the wall drills. So with your kick-ups, the key thing is if you want to grab a quick drink, do that, and then we'll get into it. So the key is to kick up with split legs. Okay, what this does, the bottom leg will help keep the pelvis tucked under, stop you arching too much, and it'll also make it easier to balance. Okay, once you hit some balance, then you can bring the leg up. Okay, taking a step back from that, whenever you practice your kick-ups, you need to be ready to bail out of it. So if your weight goes too far forward or something happens, you always need to move the hand to stay safe and to stop you from going over. So even from this low level, if my shoulders go too far forward, I stop myself, I move my hand forward and then come out of it. If your legs go really high again, you need to move your hand and then cartwheel out of it. If you're not sure or haven't done this before, the way to do it is to really focus on it, to build your confidence up so that you're happy with kicking up in whatever space you've got. Okay, so take a step back, practice those for reps if you've never done it before. If not, if it's automatic or if you practice it before, then get straight into the kick-ups. Okay, so like I say, you're going to use a split leg style. Try and come from a low position rather than a high position when you do your kick-ups, because the high position often creates too much momentum, kicks you over a little bit too much. So come from a low position, big push up through the shoulders, and then just a little hop into it. You see, I keep my leg here as a bit of balance, and to keep my pelvis tucked in, then push up into a straight handstand. Okay, let's try again. So like I say, if you focus on keeping your control through your hip flexor here, it'll stop you going to one of these banana shaped handstands like this. Okay, so all the focus in, pushing up through the shoulders, creating that hollow body like we did before, keeping your control through that hip flexor there will give you the alignment and help with the balance, okay? We'll do another couple minutes of this. I want you to keep practicing your kick-ups, even if it's from a low level here and building up. It's much better than just kicking up straight into it and using too much momentum from the legs and taking you over, okay? So again, if you're at this lower level, stay pushed up through the shoulders, keep this all tucked in, and then gradually add a little bit more into it each time you push up to get here. If you're gonna bail out, just cartwheel out of it. Okay, let's go again. So big push up through the shoulders, tuck in through the abs, find your balance first, then bring your legs together if you hit that nice aligned position. If you're gonna bail out of it, remember you're gonna move your hand and then drop out of it. Okay, let's try again. Another variation you can try is the stag. So if we give that a little go, we're using the same sort of technique, same principle as your split kick up, but now we're going to bend the knees. Again, focusing on that control point from your hip flexor. It also brings that center of gravity down a little bit, so it gives you a little bit more room to play with. So here, same thing as the split, you're just going to bend the knees and kick up. Build it up from there, so push up through your handstands, keep your knee tucked in, and then drop over. Good stuff. Next. Let's go again. So tuck the knee in, big push up through the shoulders. There we go. Think controlling from that tucked in leg, so that hip flexor there is stopping me going over. I'm staying pushed up through the shoulders and tucking in. Okay. Right, let's pause there. Grab a quick drink. Now we're going to move on to the wall drills, okay? So this is where we're going to look at building strength, building alignment by taking the balance out of the equation, okay? So we've got a couple of little drills here. First one is called the 2-segment alignment drill. So essentially you're going to drop through the shoulders and arch the back. So go into what we've looked at as like a banana shaped handstand. So here, and then you're going to open or flex through the shoulders and tuck the pelvis in at the same time, okay? So we're dropping from here, pushing up and tucking in from here. The key thing is when we're in a handstand, if we manipulate just the shoulders or just the pelvis, often that's going to send us back this way or this way. You need to do them both at the same time, okay, to stay nice and straight. So you're going to go up against the wall, walk your feet up against the wall. It doesn't matter if you haven't done it before, you're going to start here. If you've done it before, you can walk your feet up a little bit higher. If you need to come out, again, just cartwheel down to the side or walk your hands forward and then jump your feet. So again, from this side on position, I want us to do 5 reps of this. Starting here, pushing up, tucking under to get that nice straight handstand. So walk it up. First off, you're gonna drop your shoulders down, arch your back. So this is that banana type position we don't want to be in. You're going to push up and tuck under, keeping that weight in the fingers. That's 1 rep. And again, drop down, push up, tuck under. That's 2. Keep it going. We're going to do 5 reps. Push up, tuck in. That's 3. Drop forward, arch the back. Push up, tuck in. That's 4. And 1 more. That's 5. Well done. Drop down to the side. So in terms of, like I say, specific wall drills, that's one of the best ones to build up strength through your shoulders, through your pelvis, and you're practicing basically the movement pattern that's needed to get you from more of a banana-y handstand to more of a straight one. Okay, let's go back up. We're going to do 1 more set of that. So walk your feet up. Again, you can do it from here. If you haven't been on the wall before, you're not too confident, have your hands further out. If you're more confident, done it a bit more, get them a little bit closer to the wall. Same thing applies. Drop the shoulders, arch the back, and push up and tuck under. That's 1. Drop down, push up, tuck under. 2. We're going to do 5 reps. Good. 3. 4. That's 1. And 5. Rest there. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to finish this off with a little bit of with another couple of little accessory drills on the floor. So rather than gorilla walks, we're going to do gorilla reps. So with this one, we're going to put our fingertips just by the knees. Okay, we're going to do 2 rounds of this and some hollow body rocks for the core. So fingertips in line with the knees, we're going to do 10 reps, pushing up through the shoulders, tucking under through the abs. You push up through the shoulders, pull up through the abs. That's 2. So again, this is one that's building that strength, that straight arm strength through your shoulders and weight through the fingers. Keep going, that's 3. And you're also building that compression strength through the abs. 4, by pulling into a nice sort of pike shape. That's 5, keep it going. I'm going to go all the way up to 10, 6, push 7, keep gripping through those fingers. Again, help with that mind muscle connection. 8, that's 2, between your brain and your fingers. And 10, good stuff. Now into the hollow body rocks. So similar to our short to long dish from the start, you're going to think of connecting your upper and lower body together with your feet and your hands in this hollow body position. So lower back stays pushed into the floor. 3, we're going to do 10 reps. 4, 5, keep it going. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10, good. I'm going to repeat that again, back into the gorilla reps. So those hollow body rocks are great because, again, when you're in a handstand, okay, all the control, all the balance comes from your fingers and your shoulder position, and that will only translate into your body balancing if you can keep that connection through the whole body, stay as tight as a plank. Okay, next one, back into gorilla reps. So again, fingers in line with the knees, push up, tuck in. That's 1, 2, lots of elevation. 3, again, trying to get those 4 ears by your biceps or your shoulders. That's 5, good. 6, and trying to keep the weight out of your feet. 7, and in your shoulders. 8, good, last 2. 9, last 1. 10, good stuff. Back into the hollow body rocks. Here we go. So big push up through the shoulders, the elevation, chin tucked in. 2, and pushing your feet together as well. 3, 4, get that nice. 5, counterbalance that rock. 6, between that upper and lower body. 7, continually pulling into this nice hollow body position. And 10, rest there, good stuff. Well done. If you made it through it, give yourself a little pat on the back. So that's a nice little intro and a starter to the different areas you need to work on to build up your handstand. Okay, if you just focus on one area, just balance or kick-ups or just wall drills or just accessories, it won't come together. All right, so spend time, work on each element, and I'll see you here again soon for part 2. Bye for now.